sure that many of you are attending because you are familiar with or have heard about design thinking. And I think that one of the things that I was always struck by is that design thinking has a very strong PR presence. And very often they paint design thinking as a magic silver bullet panacea, a perfect on-demand innovation project every time. And they kind of treat it as this magic stuff. And I think that in fact, most of what design thinking is dealing with are practices that have been long recognized as producing better outcomes. But maybe design thinking's using some terms that are different, but I don't think it's quite as new as people claim. Once again, there's the PR. There People are pushing design thinking, the best framework to drive innovation. One of the things that I've always been struck by is that the articles and books on design thinking very often seem to be taking credit for a lot of people who clearly were not doing what's called design thinking now, using practices that design thinking embraces. And so, I mean, design thinking originated in the past 20, 30, 40 years, whatever. And I mean, they'll point back to, I'm sure somebody has taken credit for design thinking, inventing the pyramids and Leonardo da Vinci and so forth. Here are the objectives that I see for today. We want to be able to identify strengths, but also pitfalls or weaknesses of design thinking. And two of the major parts of design thinking are empathy and ideation. And I want us to be able to look at that a little bit more accurately or more objectively, shall we say, and suggest perhaps a more appropriate model that better enables empathy and ideation. So hopefully these objectives make sense. Hopefully they fit with why you are here. So Wikipedia says that design thinking refers to the cognitive, strategic, and practical processes by which design concepts, meaning proposals for new products, buildings, machines, etc., are developed by designers and or design teams. Design thinking is also associated with prescriptions for the innovation of products and services within business and social contexts. Some of these prescriptions have been criticized for oversimplifying the design process and trivializing the role of technical knowledge and skills. So even Wikipedia recognizes that there's some different perspectives besides just the hype. So design thinking encompasses processes such as context analysis, problem finding and framing, ideation and solution generating, creative thinking, sketching, drawing, modeling, prototyping, testing, and evaluating. Well, that's pretty much the full story, isn't it? And that the core features include the abilities to resolve ill-defined or wicked problems and adopt solution-focused strategies, use abductive as opposed to inductive and productive reasoning, and employ nonverbal, graphic, spatial modeling media, for example, sketching and prototyping. Okay. Now, I would say these are all reasonable things. I certainly don't think that design thinking invented them, but design thinking has indeed packaged them. And So there are a couple of leading organizations that lead in the use of and training in, consulting in design thinking. And one of those is the Stanford Institute of Design. So their diagram, these 5 modes of design thinking, are pretty widely followed. And so let's just look at these. First of all, empathize. Now, empathy is a buzzword that has become very prominent in the last few years. I think it's pretty hard to turn over a stone without finding somebody who is talking about empathy. Design thinking also refers to itself as human-centered designs, and they point out that you're solving problems of particular users and that you build empathy for your users by learning their values. And so to do that, there are a couple of things involved. First of all, observing them and their behavior in the context of their lives. Secondly, engaging or interacting with and interviewing them through both scheduled and short intercept encounters. Okay? And immerse. Wear your user's shoes. Experience what they experience for a mile or two. And so interviewing is a main method for gaining empathy. And you're interviewing people to understand their needs, why they do things, why they want to do things, what they do, and so forth. Okay? So empathy is understanding the other person from their perspective. And so as a designer, you engage users, other people, to understand their needs and to gain insights into their lives, which is what provides the context for understanding their needs. You draw inspiration from the frameworks that they apply, from the ways that they work around things. And one category of users that sometimes either gets all the attention or none of the attention are extreme users. And very often they're the squeaky wheel that gets all the...
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.